Hey my friend, welcome back to LolaOla.com. On this video, we're going to talk about 5 signs your wife doesn't respect you. So you're wondering, by the way, let me give you a bonus sign of the wraps, okay? Right from the beginning, the bonus sign is that if you're asking this question, that is a sign that your wife does not respect you. At the very minimum, you don't feel like they respect you. But I understand some of us are over defensive and sometimes we're very emotional and we're sensitive and we start looking at everything as disrespectful. There are many of us like that. So let's figure out, let me give you 5 signs to determine if your wife is in fact disrespectful. She doesn't respect you, because if your wife doesn't respect you, she can't love you. That's impossible, okay? It's not possible for a person who doesn't respect you to love you. Does that make sense? So let's get into the 5 signs really quickly. Number 1, she utters rude remarks. Okay, so she say rude things at you. What do I mean by rude remarks? She calls you stupid, right? You're dumb, things like that. If your wife uses words like that to talk to you and it's not your thing to just do that when you're like, that's probably disrespectful, right? Some people would argue and say, no, that's just how we do, that's how we roll. If you're so sure that's how you roll, and there's no need to ask the question if she's respectful or not. But I'm telling you, typically a woman who respects you will not call you dumb, stupid, or names and derogatory, anything like that, right? So if she utters rude remarks, and it could maybe not name calling, maybe it's simple things like you don't even think, right? Like you're talking about finances and she's very quick to go to you don't even think, or she thinks you should be a little bit more aggressive with looking for another job, and she has rude remarks with regards to you not doing what she thinks is her opinion, things like that. If you consider rude remarks, there's a good chance that she doesn't respect you, especially if you've told her that you don't enjoy that, right? So number 2, she gives you the silent treatment. So you're having conversation with your wife, and then somehow she's just quiet and she's on the phone keying every time you're having a conversation. That is probably a good sign that she does not respect you. Now, there are moments like that a significant other spouse may be caught up a little bit in some other conversation. That's okay. But if you notice that it's a consistent thing and that's all wrapped up in every other signs that I'm going to tell you right now today, there is a good chance that she doesn't respect you. The 3rd sign that your wife does not respect you is that she doesn't sought after your advice and opinion. Like she doesn't even ask you, what do you think? She doesn't, you guys don't have that conversation. She's never found herself in a place where she could say, what do you think? Now, people don't just fall into your world and become your wife like that. Usually some things have happened over the years that put a woman in a place where she doesn't care what you think, right? Much less asking you what you think, right? But that's a good sign right there, and there's a good chance that she doesn't respect you if she never comes home from work and say, what do you think? Just think about that, okay? That's just one sign. And if she's just like that, then you would know. You wouldn't be asking the question if she respects you or not, right? Number 4th sign that she doesn't respect you is that she seems to honor others, okay? She seems to honor other people's advices and opinions more, right? So even though you give your opinion and you give your advices sometimes, she seems to listen to other people. She listens to her mother, her sister, her brother, siblings, her friends. She would rather listen to them, and she tends to operate off of what they tell her, their advices and opinions, more than she does whatever you say. And you've noticed it. If this is happening so much that you're noticing it, there's a good chance that she does not respect you. And if she doesn't respect you, she can't love you, okay? That's scientifically proven, okay? Number 5th sign, okay? The 5th sign that your wife doesn't respect you is she doesn't defend you when necessary, okay? Yeah, sometimes as people in relationships, in a marriage, you find yourself, you're talking to your friend and your friend has some rude remarks about your spouse. Naturally, the other person, you're supposed to defend your spouse. So be like, don't talk to him like that, because they respect you. They would defend you. It may be very subtle. It may be very like, no, leave my husband alone. No, leave my wife alone. Get out of my face, right? Things like that, like little remarks like that shows that they value you, right? And if none of those things happen and it seems like they actually get on the side of the other people to attack you, and this is happening over and over and over again from time to time, there's a good chance that she just doesn't respect you. And if she doesn't respect you, she can't love you. Okay, so what do you do if you find yourself in this predicament, right? That you've determined like 3 out of these 5 signs is happening in your marriage. What do you do? The first thing that you need to understand that is that she is basically her behavior is congruent with your behavior with regards to self-respect. If you don't respect yourself, no one can respect you. Okay, if you don't respect yourself, no one can respect you, and that's probably something you need to work on if you want that to change. Okay, you need to work on self-respect. There are things that you're doing, and I don't know what those things are, but you need to pay attention and do the inventory. There are things you're doing that shows that you don't respect yourself, and she can't respect you accordingly. Okay. All right, so excuse me. What do you do now? Focus on those things. Find out what you're doing that's showcasing you as a person who lacks self-respect, and fix that. Now, I can tell you right now, you're probably disconnected from yourself spiritually. That's number one. That's God, right? GPS. Number two, personal purpose. You're not engaged with your personal purpose. You're spending too much time on too much nonsense, little petty stuff, right? And obviously, one of them is paying attention, having this kind of attention to even know that somebody does not respect you. There's a good chance that you're defensive, you're insecure, and things like that will show up. And then a woman cannot respect you. Okay, so that's usually a sign that you're not engaged with your personal purpose, because people that are engaged with their personal purpose, no matter how little it seems, people respect them. They have no choice, they have to respect you, right? The last but not least, like I said, self-respect. You need to respect yourself. Remove yourself from unnecessary conversations and let her come to you. Allow her to come to you. Think about how you guys started and see if you can bring the dynamics back by leaving some space. Give yourself some space. Give her some space so she can start gaining respect back. Keep in mind that respect is earned. Okay, you can't force people to respect you. In this scenario, respect is not an action word. You cannot force people to respect you. That's all I have for you on this episode. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. Don't forget, go to lolaola.com and go get your free book. Claim your free book from there by simply joining a member. It's a one-time fee to be a part of our member. It's extremely low, okay? So just go there right now and just claim your free book, become a member, and have access to a bunch of other bonus training videos that will help you in your marriage and your relationship. I'll see you on the next one, and peace.